I really don't get why no one is talking about this. You have no idea how much control GaryVee has in the NFT space. And to be frank, he's pulling the wool over everyone's eyes, including my own. And I'm making this video right now so everybody knows what the hell is going on. And if you're like me, you'll be pretty f***ing pissed off. If you've already invested in, or if you're even thinking about investing in NFTs, just please watch this video before doing so. Just a really quick background on GaryVee for anybody who's been living under a rock. He is, I'd call him shit hot. The man is a machine. He was one of the first people ever to realize the potential of the internet. Grew his dad's company, Wine Library, to 80 million or something like that in revenue or work. He was one of the early investors in Facebook and Twitter. He now has his own company called VaynerMedia, and everyone knows him for his outrageous and relentless ability to hustle and get results. And more than that, he's after inspiring the next generation of entrepreneurs. I would know, I was one of them. And if you'd seen him online at all recently, he's talking about NFTs. I've never seen someone of such influence to show so much belief and backing for something that's so speculative. And he's pushing it as much, if not more, than he was Twitter and Facebook. To be fair, the man is putting the money where his mouth is. I share his excitement. NFTs are going to be the base layer technology for digital ownership of any kind through the metaverse or any virtual world that we have. But GaryVee has spoiled it a bit for me. By the time you listen to what he says, take his advice, maybe put a bit of money into something, he's already after making his moves and walking away with his cash. And there's proof. How is he doing this? Well, Gary is running the biggest insider pump and dump group that you don't know about. And I am just so genuinely confused why no one has talked about this. Like, at all. Let's watch a video. This is Mr. Beast talking on Logan Paul's podcast.
So me and Logan both bought punks. You guys have probably seen on his Twitter that he bought a bunch of crypto punks.
Okay, the lads bought punks. Very jealous. Crypto punks are one of the original NFT projects that just completely and utterly blew up. They're going for millions and millions of dollars right now.
I am feeling like the Thanos of the NFT game.
At the same time, right?
Yep.
Gary pulled us in that call.
Yep.
So have you ever told that story?
Gary pulled him on a call.
GaryVee, it's like 11 p.m. just out of nowhere, just calls me and he's like, yo, I got like 30 people to call, hop in. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, it'll be the best decision of your life, just get in. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I just joined the call and I just see like Logan and I don't even know these other people. I don't want to put them on blast.
Every heavy hitter you can imagine who's worth $1 billion was on this one call, and GaryVee is in the little corner, the little square.
No, like GaryVee is smart. He's a salesman. The man uses his leverage and his persuasion skills to build value, and in this case, out of nothing.
CryptoPunks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next Facebook. Where all of us were like, okay,
Everyone's
Gary.
Can we just look at the influence that Gary has? So the man was an early investor to Facebook and Twitter. And when you get a bunch of rich people on a call and you tell them that you found the next Facebook or Twitter, having already found them in the first place, you're going to have a pretty convincing argument.
We're all just like, are you sure, Gary? And we're asking questions and he's like, just buy it. I was just so pulled by his like conviction that I bought a bunch.
Like, okay, if I had a group of friends and I had investment advice for them, I'd tell them to go and buy it too. But can we just acknowledge for a second what he has just done? He's gotten, as Logan Paul said, some of the richest heavy hitter billionaires in the world on a call at the same time, telling all of them to put money into an asset. Not telling them to put money into NFTs, put money into a type of NFT that has no real intrinsic value. I get it, NFTs are speculative and all that, but let's just keep going.
Gary, same thing, called me. He's like, VeeFriends. I was like, I don't fucking know, but last time I made money, sure.
Now, VeeFriends is a little bit different because that's his own brand. I don't think he's going to pump and dump that. But what I want to do now is just skip forward to the video to a part where the other guy has the common sense that Mr. Beast and Logan Paul are playing stupid with. They are not dumb, Logan Paul and Mr. Beast. In fact, they're ridiculously smart people and they're playing completely dumb as to what's after happening. And thank God for this guy.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a lot.
Dude, he has all these billionaire market makers in the thing. He makes the call, makes the market.
If you had 1,000 NFTs and if you had one billionaire and if you wanted to up the price, you tell him to buy all of those NFTs for 1,000. He owns 100% of the supply and then increase the price to whatever the f he wants because he has full control over the supply. What Gary has basically done here is told all his rich friends to buy CryptoPunks to inflate the price so they'd all make loads of money and then sell them to realize the profits while the people that bought them at their peak, though it was their own choice to buy it, lost out. The more I watch this video, the more I realize NFTs could either be the best thing you ever do or the worst thing you ever do. If this were equities, GaryVee would be in jail. Market manipulation, all that jazz. Now, because NFTs are considered art, I don't think you can be considered for insider trading. I wouldn't want him to go to jail for this anyway. I really like GaryVee, but after this, I'm a little bit tainted. And the guys are turning a complete blind eye here. Fair enough, he's found a loophole, but I don't know how morally good that loophole is. And this is why why I'm making this video, because every single person who invests in NFTs needs to be aware of this exact thing. Because if you look at the market cap of these coins, if you look at the amount of money in these NFTs, the price of these can absolutely skyrocket in a day because of manipulation happening like this every single day. And if this has shown us anything, just please do your own research when you're investing in crypto, or especially in these more volatile NFT markets, because it's people like GaryVee who has all these powerful friends that completely and utterly dictate it. And if you try and follow the hype, you're gonna end up burned because of what these guys are doing. So if you see someone promoting anything like this again, or someone with extreme influence that you know has a lot of connections, just make sure you're getting in it for the right reasons. Because if you're not, just be aware that your investments may increase, I don't know, as slowly as my subscribers are. And it's really important to note that in spite of all this bullshit, I really do believe that NFTs are one of the most misunderstood pieces of technology, not necessarily art, on the planet. And understanding their potential and how they work can massively increase your chances of, profiting them from the future and making sure you're positioned correctly for the years coming ahead. If you want to know more, check out this video up here. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments.